Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Let's Play that I, Chester44, am doing. I am glad I didn't put you off with my horrible put-downs of myself in the last one. And even though I was told to not put myself down as much, I clearly already started. Well, anyway, we're back, and we have just finished the first half of the tutorial area. There's actually two areas that are part of the tutorial, though the second one has a bit less of it. Regardless, let's get right into it, and move right on. And as you can see, this right here is Circe Island, the island we are trapped on. And we are all the way down here. Pretty simple navigation to get from area to area, just click on an area. If it's green, you can skip right through it to any areas that are past it, and if it's red, you have to actually manually walk through it until you accomplish some goal that allows you to get through. So, since we only have two options, and we've already been through the crumbling docks, onwards to the abandoned vale. And here we are. And already there's a building in front of us. How nice. You immediately recognize this large building for what it is. This was a shaping hall. You knew that there must be one of them on this island somewhere. Here, the shapers on this island did their work, using magic and force of will to make creations, both established and experimental designs. If there was a cataclysm, though, it didn't take place here. This building is undamaged. To the side, you can see energizing pools. Holes in the ceiling allow light to shine on them. Remarkably, despite their years of neglect, they have survived. The goo inside a pool is a semi-living plant-like form, capable of drawing energy from the air and the sun. If you stand near a pool, you will be able to replenish your health or essence, depending on which pool you use. In the corners of the hall, you can see two glowing glass canisters. They wait there, ready to give you power. And there's two books that basically give information on shaping and magic. And as you can see, the green ones heal you and make that annoying chime sound as long as you stand next to them, or anything else stands next to them. So let's move away. The blue one, meanwhile, recharges your spell energy and your essence, which I'll explain in a bit. Dagger, which we don't need, and in here, oh, healing pod. How handy. Anyway, you've got two canisters here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I said mo! Ah, jeez. Mo! Damn it! Increases create Fyora. That is part of shaping, which I will explain in a moment. And this one, heal! So if needed, we can heal ourselves without having to use the healing pod. Although, casting spells requires both spell energy and essence, I think. Anyway, shaping I shall explain here. Click here, and you can create a creature. This is what shaping essentially is. Creating a creature out of, essentially, magical essence. And the only creature we can create now is a Fyora. As you can see, basically a raptor that spits fire at you. Malcolm would be terrified. It's pretty much the same kind of thing in order to make it. Strength, dexterity, intelligence, and endurance that do the same things. Thing is, in order to make one, you need essence, which is used to shape it. The amount of essence you have defines how many creatures you can make and how complex you can make them. Right now, we can only make a Fyora with 1 point in intelligence, which I'd rather not do. If you have less than 2 points in intelligence, the creation will basically just run around and do whatever the hell it wants. And I don't like that. So I'm gonna have to wait, and I'll make one later. Don't worry. We'll have our own little fire-spitting dinosaur thing later. But for now, explore around here. Dooby-dooby-doo. There's a path there, and a path there, and a path there. Well, let's start with this path. Why not? I'll take the low road, you take the high road, and stuff. You find a sign that the evacuation of this island was not completely orderly. There's a body here. It's barely more than a skeleton. It's been here a long time. Based on its garments, you think it was a shaper. The shapers here made their supplies to last. Looks like some of the stuff on the corpse is still usable. Well, that's reassuring. On the plus side, it's a skeleton, so it rotted naturally, so whatever killed it is long gone, and most likely long dead by now. So, yay! Let's see. A robe, we got that. Tunic, got that. Dagger, got that. 5 coins, yay. Healing spores. Like I said before, they're basically like a healing pod, but for the whole party. And your creations too. Aside from that, it's a dead end. Alright. This time, let's actually try following the road and taking the high road. Sorry about the silence. And the road comes to a dead end here. A thick impassable stand of trees has completely overgrown it. Well, that was disappointing. Well, guess that leaves the middle road. And if that path doesn't go anywhere, we're essentially screwed. Yeah, that would be a short game. Welcome to Geneforge! You can't go through the tutorial any further. And this is basically saying, if you're a shaper, make a Fyora. If you're a guardian, equip a dagger, and maybe make a Fyora. And if you're an agent, use the firebolt spell on a dagger. Yeah, it's basically telling you how to do it, and it also suggests you save. Why? There is a Fyora standing on the path ahead. It's a very familiar sort of creation. Shapers have made them for centuries to serve as bodyguards, watchdogs, and even pets. You've been around hundreds of them. This one, however, is different from any Fyora you have ever seen. It doesn't have the usual expression of servility and obedience. It doesn't look at you as a master, but as food. You've heard tales of creations which have turned on their creators and gone rogue, but it almost never actually happens. If it ever did, the rogue creation would be instantly destroyed. This Fyora has definitely shed any shaper control. Bares its teeth at you, seemingly daring you to step forward. Very well. And thus, combat begins. Pretty simple. You have 8 action points for how far you can move, and you need, I think, at least 5 in order to attack. So, charge! And as you can see, I got hit by fire. Fortunately, I was able to resist it somehow. So, stabby stabby! Ah, crap, another! Yeah, it's kind of annoying, at least for melee units. Ranged units can just step back a bit. Ah! Another! How many of these are there? Okay, I think that's enough. Okay, let's take a look in these buildings. Nothing in there. Trash. And in here... Another Fyora! Ah, I missed. Stab! Yay. And, oh goody, sandals! Sturdy pair of sandals. They provide a little protection, but not much. So, yay! I guess we've been walking around barefoot all this time? Nothing but coins in there. You know, it does explain why those pebbles have been hurting my feet so much. Sounds like there's more orcs or something nearby. And a couple healing pods, which help out. And in this building, chest with more trash and some coins, and a book telling us about combat. Very interesting that the Shapers created large tomes discussing how to cast magic, how to shape creations, and how to stab things with a sword.